Take pictures. What did I forget?
I think that's it.
That's right. Oh, one last thing. One last thing. On your way out, there's no intermission for the show. It lasts approximately 75 minutes. As you're headed out, there is a little place where you might be able to buy merchandise to help support Heller Theater in its quest for presenting local work here in Tulsa. There are T-shirts, tote bags, keychains. I think that's what they have. Oh my!
Buy
That's
all
what
of
we're
it.
supposed to say. Buy all three.
All right.
But they're out there after the show. Again, enjoy time for chocolate.
Tell me, Possum, is there word my flower song guests?
Yes, my lord.
Then give it your breath.
Calling pheasant will arrive shortly, and blue heron draws nearer as well.
Ah, yes, even from far afield you must have heard Blue Heron singing. Did you learn his refrain?
Let the mountains stay, let the earth remain.
Ah, yes, that is the call of the steadfast Blue Heron. Tell me also, have you seen my son?
Yes, my lord. He is not as easy to find as your own shadow, is he? He has much of you in him, but not the sitting still part. He runs to the red, to the black, to the blue, and to the white, but he does not stay in the center.
Oh, well, you've seen him grow, but perhaps he's more like me than you would think. My son, with the help of my guest, will be grounded in the truth.
You may ground him, but are you prepared to see him fly? He is ready to test his wings.
Gold Eagle will fly when his speech is ready to bloom. Grab the talking drums, find that golden bird mask, and be sure the cacao has been ground.
You have spoken. I go, my lord.
Wait! Reveal to me, Possum, exactly what your chocolate drink includes.
Well, there's the cacao, my lord.
Evidently, and water from the stream, but I wish for you to be more inventive. Entertain me with your skills of speech.
Riddles, then. So be it. We make time for riddles, but not much time, it seems, my lord, to make the chocolate. Very well. Answer me this. It has no voice with which to speak, but rows and rows of our ancestors' teeth. Well, what is it?
It's our staple, our daily nourishment. I imagine you grind it up to give the drink some heat. But surely, corn cannot be all that you add.
No, my lord. Without this next ingredient, the drink would be too bitter. The sun buzzes and hums and melts its golden drums.
Those drums are the home of a certain winged beast whose harmonious labor should be a model for us. I can taste this ingredient already. It is honey.
Indeed, my lord. And honey works in harmony with this next ingredient. The sweet, loving breeze licks fingers on trees.
Yes. Our merchants have traded near the coast with the Tontotagas to bring a supply this season. Those green fingers are the pods of the vanilla bean.
Yes, my lord, though they shrivel and darken when dried for use. I wonder if you will know this next one. Luscious lips on a spiny pod. One kiss will turn your drink to blood.
Blood, yes, of course I know that one. Those odd pods I would not want to kiss, though they yield the annatto coloring which makes the chocolate drink appear as blood. This is an important ingredient to be sure, but I suspect you're leaving out the more interesting ones.
Huh. Answer me this. Big or small, red or yellow, one bite will fill your mouth with seed and leave you crying for more.
Possum, how vulgar! That doesn't even rhyme. There's other ways to describe chiles, you know?
Ah, but that one is so forthright, so bold, just like the taste of the chile. And it always makes me laugh. Now, this is the last one, I think. Of dull brown flesh in the dirt it lies. With one bite, you'll ride a rainbow through the skies. What is it?
Yes, I approve. But you know my concern there, Possum. Just a little bit of the mushroom.
It is necessary, my lord, with just a touch of the morning glory seeds for that robust, visionary flavor.
Mix it well, double the usual amount.
I go, my lord.
Double the usual amount, Possum, because among our guests will be Painted Matt.
Oh!
Oh, the face and heart of my friend, master of the flower song, life of the party.
He drinks way too much chocolate.
Perhaps, but like the full moon, he holds sway over many, including my son, the prince. My son pesters me to close the Calamacac Academy. Eagerly he swoops down to tell me that artists should be few, and the few there are should go practice their arts elsewhere in the city of the Aztecs. My son sees the world around him as if through a smoky mirror. He does not see that here too we've cultivated formidable talent, especially in the skills of flower song. We have writers and composers and singers and dancers, painters, even drummers and sculptors.
Yes, my lord. Double the chocolate for Painted Mask. Although, he will probably bring his own.
He'll probably bring his own? Why should I use up so much of my own store of cacao? When the source of your favorite drink is also the coin of the realm, think twice about these things. Let there be plenty of chocolate! The more for my friends to help me defend the aim of all those who paint the red and the black, who sing and dance with drum and flute. Though they paint with different styles, though they dance with different rhythms.
I go, my lord, so that I have time to make the chocolate.
Yes, time for chocolate. Sustenance for us as we in turn offer sustenance to the gods. Turn after turn and time after time, disciple of the sun is his disciple of the heart. Blood. Time for blood. Time. Ongoing without cataclysm in exchange for blood. It is the blood that inebriates the gods for which they dance. Allows the sun to rise, the rain to fall, the corn to grow, the cacao to blossom. Chocolate is our gift from the gods. But what is the chocolate of the gods? What is it? Our blood.
Dear husband, I'm interrupting to remind you that we have many expenses, yet Possum tells me you wanted to double the amount of cacao. Why is that?
Dear wife, you know my friends are coming. Must the value of friendship be measured in cacao? If so, then there's not nearly enough trees to produce the amount of cacao needed to
Measure the value of your friendship. I know this already, but the chocolate doesn't heat like the cacao beans do. The chocolate must be drunk when it's prepared. The last time you threw one of these parties
was 5 years ago.
was just 2 years ago, and we made far too much chocolate.
There was a storm, wasn't there? Very few guests managed to arrive.
Yes, Now you remember, very few guests drank any chocolate at all. It was a waste.
I respect your prudence, but this time Painted Mask is confirmed to attend. And his gullet is as prodigious as his flower songs.
Would you approve of me grinding up so much of our savings for my friends?
Yes, preferably if it were to celebrate your friendship with flower song.
Not everything is flower song, you know?
No, but ask yourself, are gossip and complaint the best for painting friendship?
Ha! You are no stranger to gossip or complaint. I prefer to think of them as ways of understanding the world. They're only natural.
But flower song is not natural. It must be learned in craft, which is what makes it all the more precious. It's what our son still needs to learn.
You want to force on him that mask of Firebird, but he's not ready.
Perhaps he's almost ready.
You want to relive your own youth. The gold eagle has a different face, a different heart. You must see this.
Even so, I will have him learn that flower song is speech, rhythm, melody, and movement crafted as a gift which flows through our blood to enliven the divine spirit. Through flower song, we cast light on our condition, that we are alone, alive just for a little while, that we are here only but a moment. As you have said, chocolate must be drunk when it's prepared.
I hope you have asked Possum only to put a little bit of morning glory seeds and only a few mushrooms.
You know me as you should. Sensuality without debauchery.
I know you as I should. I know you wish I was as gifted in flower song as my bouquet.
There you are, my precious song of jade. I do not wish for more than I receive from the divine spirit. This moment, you and I here together.
I know you. I believe you because I choose to.
Recognize your own volition, which is what makes you just as wise as any flower song composer, just as wise as my bouquet, just as wise as Star in the West. By the way, help me keep watch for Star in the West.
Riding alone?
I believe so. It's a difficult trip.
I can only imagine. You wouldn't let me travel that far alone.
Of course not. But you're not the same age.
What does that matter? Besides, don't I show better physical condition for the rigors of such a journey?
Probably. But years of dedication I would drive Star in the West to walk alone today.
I shall keep watch, dear husband.
Father! Mother, I didn't know you were here. I mean, don't you remember that the Eagle and Jaguar Warriors are to be celebrated tomorrow? There's a lot to do to get ready.
Son, I have heard you speak it so loud and so often that had I but the wits of a lizard, I would remember such urgency. Are you running here just to tell us that?
Well, I just outran the captain of the Jaguar Warriors.
Please tell me that it was a race and not that he was chasing.
Of course it was a race. You think I'd run away from that cub?
So you're proud to have outrun a kitten, is that it? Son, I know that tomorrow you're to become an Eagle Warrior. And I know how hard you prepared in your physical training. But your speaking skills, your speech, any word.
Truly, son, you will have much to learn this afternoon. You must match from your mouth the jade, the gold, the quetzal feather, then fall upon your ears. I should return with refreshment.
What is she saying? I make no sense of it.
Your mother speaks wisely. Do you recall who's coming to visit this very evening?
It's, now remember, it's your club of composers, the lovers of flower song. It will please me to see and hear Painted Mask.
Will it please you to see and hear Painted Mask say that in order to honor our new Eagle and Jaguar Warriors, we must hear an appropriate flower song composed?
Certainly, he himself can compose it if he would do us the honor.
And it will be done as is the custom, but there will also be new with the old. I've already heard the new flower song being composed in the Arts Academy, and I'm much pleased. I suspect my, what did you call it, club of composers will stay a day or two to participate in this celebration.
This is good and true, Father.
Your rival from the sporting contest will be here also. The Prince of Cholula, Jaguar warrior. What's his name?
His name is Newborn.
Now, don't let him get the best of you. You're stronger and you're faster since you won that last foot race. You need to show more confidence in your abilities, son.
I'll beat it back to Cholula, that son of a Totonaka.
Gold Eagle! That his mother is Totonaka means nothing about his innate abilities, or his character. But it does mean that he grew up in a home with two languages. And perhaps for that reason, he's worked hard to develop a gifted voice among the flower song composers in our language. He's an example for you of not just skill of strength and speed, but flower song.
I'll let you be the judge of that. For me, these skills fight like fire and water. One invigorates the flesh, the other dulls the senses.
Well, I don't agree, but at least what you said was well said. There is indeed hope for you. And no, your senses will not be numbed, will not be dulled by Rainstone from Ayapanco. He's built a name for himself as a daring composer, ribald even. And the Venerable Star in the West is expected as well, and Colin Pheasant will be here soon also. Come with me, son, we have just enough time.
What are we going to do?
It's a preparation. It's a mark. It's a message for you while I can still give it. There, I'm done. You tell me what the two say together.
It says the fat monkey claps to open the cave of flowers?
No, you're seeing yours upside down. It says nothing. Nothing on its own. But when I see the two together and I give breath to it, I say, only this once do we live on earth. Let us celebrate with the flowers in our hands.
Is this your message for me, Father?
Yes, one of you. What is this?
A pitcher of water.
It is the essence of the divine spirit.
Are you thirsty?
No. Listen. This is pure water, melted from the mountaintop. You were old enough to retain the secret, even as you let it go.
I don't understand. What kind of secret? Is it a battle strategy? The humiliating ancestry of our enemy?
Oh, it's nothing like that. It's an important and essential secret.
No, please. Not another flower song speech, Father. Trust me, I already know flower song. I've learned from you only too well.
I come from the house of the butterflies. My heart is a flower bed, a garden of painted pictures. I desire flowers of all kinds. Here and there and everywhere, I sing flower song.
These verses live in my heart and behind my eyes.
And for this reason, you were finally ready to learn. What do you see?
I see that you are wet and that I am dry.
Not for long.
Hey!
A waterfall. A waterfall, though it constantly changes, always remains the same.
That's the secret you wanted to tell me?
It is water in all its forms that gives us life. It turns from stone to stream to mist. As you and I turn from infant to child to adult. The waterfall, though it's constantly changing, looks like one roll of cloth as it descends. Only a strong breath of wind arcs it, and only a drought or a flood changes its volume.
I already knew that.
But you and I, we are here on this earth only for a moment. Yet, when you compose and sing flower song, you sing but a moment. Your voice is carried away by the wind. like the verse I painted on you was carried away by the water. Yet, when you compose and sing flower song, you carry on the flow of voices of your father's father's father. Your voice, housed in your flesh, your hand, painting the red and the black. Your blood is the blood of your family, all of you. Though you cannot escape the currents of the river, dragging you without recourse to the precipitous fall of your death, it is through you that the great flower song chorus continues and that the tradition lives on.
I need to have many children.
Yes, many children. With the sting of your scorpion, stingray, you perpetuate one family, daughters and sons. No rush. Wait until you meet the right woman, until you're ready to provide for her, to be both her eagle and her jackal.
Lots and lots of children can only come from.
Now, stay with me here on the right path. You compose and sing flower songs. You perpetuate not just one family, the family of our great people. And as in all endeavors, practice makes perfect.
I do nothing but practice.
Practice this. Only this once do we live on earth. Let us celebrate with the flowers in our hands. Let us adorn ourselves with necklaces of humid blooms, with the flowers that send out the fragrant rain of their hearts to the skies. The birds sing among the foliage, the feathers glistening like the sun. Only flowers can cheer us, only songs can cheer us. The divine spirit rains its petals down upon us. Only flowers can cheer us, only songs can cheer us.
The divine spirit rains its petals down upon us. Only flowers can cheer us, only songs can cheer us. But why, Father, do you say only flowers and songs can cheer us? Running cheers me. Hunting too. I like to hunt. I like good food. I like dry clothes. So why do you say only flower songs can cheer us?
Good question. When we say only flower songs can cheer us, it's when we think about death and about what might or might not outlast us. It's as the great speaker hunting coyote said, though it be made of jade, it will shatter. Of gold, it will break. Of quetzal plumage, it will come undone. Not forever are we here, only a short time are we here.
Only a short time are we here. So can we at least get dry clothes?
Son, you're right, we should be dry clothes. And there's probably no better way to say it.
That is why he wanted that picture and that charcoal? Foolishness. They've got him with their breechcloths, and now who gets to hang them out to dry? Only a short time are we here. He must really believe it. Otherwise, why didn't he tell me earlier he needed the chocolate? And yet I am called upon to make the chocolate, and quickly. And to make it, I must taste it. And in tasting it, I say, not enough mushroom. More of the humble, more of the pungent, or this drink won't have any kick. Mushrooms. Those are the real flowers they should be singing about. Without the mushrooms, there won't be much blooming coming from their mouths, that's for sure. Only a short time are we here. Seems to me a very long time I have been serving this family.
Possum, what are these mutterings? Do you practice your riddles on yourself then, when no one else can hear?
Indeed, my lady. Answer me this. Why does your husband expect the chocolate to appear from the air? I have done as well as I could in a short amount of time, but there are not enough mushrooms for the double quantity that he demands. Your husband, our Lord, is a very wise man. I know this to be true, but of some things he knows very little.
Plentiful were the mushrooms when they were brought from the market. I saw the basket myself. And the only ones of us who knew where it was stored, Possum, were you and I. Our Lord, my husband, is a wise man, but of some things he knows very little.
My lady, I used but a small amount, and when I returned for more, the basket was gone. Do you believe me to have taken them?
Do I believe? What I believe is that this could be the tricks of the smoking mirror, the spirit that confounds us. Did you know, Possum? He could take on any form he desires. He could have stolen a mushroom while looking like you, or maybe even like me.
Ah, well, in that case, there is nothing to do. Who are any of us to interfere with Smoking Mirror, meddling as always in the affairs of his brother, Plumed Serpent?
Surely this is true, Plumed Serpent, the divine spirit to whom Flower Song is dedicated. I can only hope that he'll still accept the Flower Song offerings when they're perhaps more sober, less excessive, without so much mushroom.
Surely my lady is every bit as wise as my lord.
He and I do not always see the same sun, the same moon, but I can paint a picture behind my eyes of the sun he sees. And I know I'm pleased by it. But lately, my Lord knows that he won't see his son much longer.
Is my lord unwell?
Not unwell, merely drier, more brittle, closer to the old corn than to the new corn.
He needs to see the new corn in his son.
Yes, and that might take some transformation worthy of Smoking Mirror's craft. Come on, Possum, let's see if that trickster left any food for our guests.
Hello? Hello? I know I saw a sentry on the road. How can it be that there is no one here to receive me? Certainly there cannot be a flower song gathering without me. I don't know why Stone Creek did not advise me with more time to get here. I moved as quickly as I could. Dinky. Is he preparing the Firebird mask? Oh, he is diplomatic to a fault. I'm sure that he did not hesitate to invite that brandy rainstorm.
Nancy! Calling Pheasant! How's the way from Black Scala?
Stone Creek. The way goes up, the way goes down. It travels through sunshine and it travels through shadow, as it always has and it always will. But what I see before me is a willow that, last I stopped here, was merely a sapling.
My son, Prince Gold Eagle.
Nancy, calling Pheasant, my heart is...
Glad you followed the way.
My heart is glad you followed the way to our garden.
My heart grows light to arrive here. I rest my weary feet and legs, but my eyes and ears thirst for your news.
Then know this, friend, and give me counsel. The jealous Aztecs invite me to a banquet at the precise moment that they have heard of my upcoming journey to forge a treaty with their foes, the Chocolate.
A typical strategy of theirs. I have been in a similar predicament. I too have had my submission squeezed by the ever-vigilant Aztecs at a time when I could not attend to them. But it happened that it was enough to send my brother as emissary. Look here, send Gold Eagle in your stead and explain that your presence is required elsewhere. Look at him, your son, he is ready.
Yes, father, send me to represent you. Tomorrow, I become an eagle warrior.
It is a worthy thought you've given me, friend, but my son would not need to fight the Aztec with arms like an eagle warrior, but rather he would need to parry and thrust with speech. And this skill he still needs to learn. Go on, Colin Pheasant, you're a master speaker. Give my son here a little test of eloquence.
Let's see. Young man, have you ever been to the city of the Aztecs?
Yes!
Good. Describe it for me.
It is big. There are lots of temples
And?
and the temples are big. Really, really big.
Young man, had I not already seen for myself the floating city of the Aztecs, I certainly would not have learned from you of its marvels. You spoke not of its maze of canals, its endless traffic of canoes, its island gardens, the causeways across the lake.
I saw those things too.
But you must speak those to me. How can you represent your father's interest if you do not show greater control and variety in your speech? You must use your mouth to paint a picture for the mind's eye. I do not think that he is ready to don the mask of the Firebird.
As the sapling grows, as the shoots seek the face of the sun, its growth is a-flowing like a fountain, like a spring, with the waters of the earth, with the life of the earth.
And as the sun follows the rain, so does the fruit spring from the flower, from its vibrant emanations, from its fragrant exhalations. Like this growth is the youth who stretches and builds, who seeks the face of the sun, whose leaps and dives give grace uprooted to the yearnings of the sapling. In his own way, in her own way, youth will bear the fruit of his axe, bear the flower of her breath, springing from the nourishment of the earth. Does the fruit stay forever on the branch? The fruit must be eaten when it is ripe. Does the chocolate keep forever in the pot? The chocolate must be drunk when it is prepared. Do the flowers stay forever on the tongue? The flowers must be sung when they're in bloom.
In the rhythm of our hands and of our mouths, we build on the rhythms of the flower, and of the fruit, and of the earth, and of the sky, and of the eagle, and of the jaguar. Does the fruit stay forever on the branch? The fruit must be eaten when it is ripe. Does the chocolate keep forever in the pot? The chocolate must be drunk when it is prepared. Do the flowers stay forever on the tongue? The flowers must be sung when they're in bloom.
I have learned already, Father, the rhythms of the earth and of the sky and of the jaguar and of the eagle.
There's time for everything, son. Too often it seems to me it is time for blood. Too rarely it seems to me is it time for chocolate.
Let the earth remain. Let
Only
the
Blue Heron announces
mountains
himself in this way.
Let them stay, for I will go. What matter blood? What matter bone? We are not but dust. We are not but mud. Nancy, my friend, Stone Creek. Nancy, calling present. Greetings I bring to this great garden of art and wit that you have assembled here.
Greetings, my dear friend. Your song has been an arrival long awaited.
Milche, friend of flower song.
Welcome.
Let's leave this gentleman alone, son. We won't be missing on any gossip or complaint from this wise flower song composer.
Listen to me, friends, and judge with your face and your heart. There's word on the road. There's word of the fire and water of the the shield and the arrow. The Aztecs fight the Pulipecha, but they do not subdue them.
The folly of their counselors shout to the sky. Not satisfied with a tribute of 200 towns, he convinces the Lord Water Monster of the need for another 20.
He may ask for your jaguars, Stone Creek. He may ask for your eagles, your son.
And he shall have them. I have no objection to my warriors earning their valor among the Aztecs, fighting in their campaign near the western lakes. Why else have they trained for war? And they'll be eager to go. My son, first among them to bring back a captive for the gods. First among them to harvest the blood from the hearts that burst like cacao pods. So much bursting blood. But not all is arrow and shield, not all is fire and water, dear friends. I must make burst the hearts, the cacao heart of my son, with flower, with song. I feel I cannot sit on a stool, I cannot rest on a mat until my son understands not just how quickly life can end, but how dearly life should be spent. I feel blue heron calling pheasant that he is almost there, but I need your help to make bloom the red and the black.
We are glad, we are honored that you rely on us, friend and brother. How can we help?
You remember hunting Coyote of Texacoco, gone from us now these years. His son, Coyote Prince, told me of a retreat he took with his father into the mountains, which helped him to become the wise ruler that he is today. This idea of a retreat into the mountains much pleases me. But it is much better, in my view, to show the strength of friendship. The greatest thing we have here on earth, here under the sky.
This is a wise decision, a vital decision. It is our pleasure to show strength and joy in friendship. But why did you summon us so quickly?
Only and fully because, as Hunting Coyote himself would have reminded us, not forever are we here on earth. Only a short time are we here.
Not forever are we here on earth. Only a short time
we are here.
Father!
And, gentlemen, here's the celebrity, celebrated composer of flower song, Rainstorm of Viapunco. And Newcorn of Cholula has managed to present himself.
Welcome, friends of the red and the black.
Did you say friends of flower and song?
You'll say precious friends of feather and jade.
We are well received among friends. Friends like a warm bath, and friends like a cool breeze. We are pleased to be welcomed by Speedy Prince Gold Eagle and his father, the great speaker Stone Creek, on this precious spring evening.
Welcome you are, dear friends and wandering collectors of flower song.
So, did you really compose that one about the Winnechaca, the one where the Aztecs conquered the town and then they killed or captured all the men? So the women are all mad and hot and bothered at the same time. And so they sing the Lord Water Monster as if you were their sick, little lover.
Yeah, yes. Well, when you put it that way, it's rather obscene, no? I was well paid for that composition, but you've left the flower wilted and the song out of tune.
It is a foul sort of doggerel, in my opinion. This matter of aroused women singing of the Aztec lord's venerable corn cob rounded and husked.
And yet, calling pheasant, you took it upon yourself to memorize those lines. Are there any others that you've learned by heart?
Several others that I will not give you the pleasure of reciting here. But you are wrong to say that I learned them by heart, but rather my heart was scarred by those lines as they pierced my ears.
Pompous hypocrite!
Lewd amateur.
Learned friends, there is much to appreciate in the many forms of flower song. The Randy Women at Chalk is an excellent example of its genre.
Isn't there a part that goes, come suckle at my breast and I will make rise your stick. I will blow it like a horn. I will play it like a flute. What? That's flower song, isn't it?
See what you've done to this young man? You've tainted his sensibility.
I have not. He has used his sensibilities to isolate some of my piece's more interesting imagery.
Son, please understand, Rainstorm, that I'd like for him to learn while I'm still around. I'm counting on you, on all of you, to help me make the case to Gold Eagle that through flower song we best express all that is precious and true and good about life, including the pleasures of humor and including the pleasures of sensuality.
I see. Well, I am Delighted that you know of my flower song. I admire your excitement, and I will endeavor to cultivate it, because it pays to have a good imagination, but one must also have the skill to express it.
We all have different enthusiasms, and there are indeed many forms of flower song. One of my favorites is the kind about why we sing. In fact, it is the kind of freshly bloomed flower song that I bring for you all, composed by 5 bouquets of Tenochtitlan.
Ha! One of the best composers.
I was in the Aztec capital when I received your invitation. There wasn't much time. When 5 bouquet learned I would be stopping here on my way home, she quickly composed this flower song for all of us. Brainstorm has already learned it too. I shared it with him when we met on the road.
You passed through Mecca together. Did you inquire of Star Blessed?
We did, but no one had any news for us.
New corn, brainstorm. If you have learned the flower song of 5 bouquet, give it breath.
Listen. I send up my songs like a message of incense. With these I make glad the divine spirit. Let us begin the dance.
There to the sky, to the heart where the divine spirit resides. Our songs go up on wings of Quetzal,
Will my jewel songs fly on wings of macaw,
on wings of flamingo.
high to the sky on wings of the eagle?
Or is it only here on earth that the roses bloom and glow?
The roses bloom and glow. Let us begin the dance.
The roses bloom and glow.
Let us begin the dance.
In the voice of 5 bouquet, whose name evokes the very flower song she practices.
I met her years ago when she is already a precocious child. Surely she bears the talent of her father. Shout to the sky, shout to the sky.
Little resistance shout to the sky showed to her attending the Art Academy. He'd already seen and heard of her talent. I sent word to invite her, but she's a widow and needs her father's consent. His decision comes with sticks, with stones, for I think it is meant to chastise me, for I failed to match the new bushel for bushel tributary regulation that I learned only too late. We all know well, friends, that we must always defer to the Aztecs.
They require now, from my people, many more mats and baskets than before. As if I had not given them enough tribute already with my Song of the Randy Women.
This is of no matter. What is important to us here and now is that 5 bouquet has joined us through the voice, through the breath of new corn, of brainstorm. This is what satisfies us, what pleases us.
She has made us a gift of her composition.
She is not the only Aztec whose words I bear for you.
Then, give it your brother.
From 5 bouquet's father, the great counselor, shout to the sky, I bring this message. You are to send all of your eagle warriors and all of your jaguar warriors to the Aztec capital the day after tomorrow. There they shall join an army marching to conquer the western lake region.
Day after tomorrow, you
As I
said.
heard.
This was a courtesy I arranged for you. I knew of the ceremonies this evening and tomorrow. On my word, shout to the sky granted an extra day.
You shaped the will of the chief Aztec war counselor?
He is indeed a skilled speaker.
Son, what say you?
I say that I am ready, father.
Sticks, stones, bushel for bushel. Thank you, Newborn, for arranging a bit more precious time. I have said, and I shall say again, I will send my eagle warriors. But here before me is one that shall learn one more lesson. Another flower song, friends. A new one of the moment. I ask of your imagination and skill in answering me this. Can there be any greater joy than friendship? Friendship when voiced.
I tell you, friends, there are joys like the hunt, the exhilarating tease of a long chase, the lusty conquest of succulent flesh. And then come joys like the volcano, deep and urgent, that surge and erupt from our loins mightily, only to subside quickly. Some few sprouts may come of this, but compared to these, the joy of friendship is a mountain stream, rushing clear and strong, constant and true, to bring life for many generations.
Friendship, I say, is the precious cloak of woven feathers that brings joy and warmth to friends' shoulders.
Friendship is a great foot race where all who run their best win.
Friendship is our blood.
What is it? Don't you know what friendship is, or did you just swallow a great big chili pepper?
You. Are you challenging me?
Oh, hey, I was just kidding. What's a little joke between friends? Is that some kind of great challenge?
You toad-and-knock-a turncoat. Why don't you go back to your swamp?
Nice try. Why don't you learn to speak your own language? Friendship is a wrestling match.
Come on, newborn, you can bring him down. He's obviously untrained.
Don't listen to him, Gold Eagle. This is where you excel. Come on, Gold Eagle. Come on, Gold Eagle.
Gold Eagle! Go for his legs! You can do it! I've seen you tackle bigger!
Good one. Way to go.
Oh, wait, wait. Come on. Yes, break his hold. Break his hold, Gold Eagle. Yours is down.
Well done, Unicorn. Stirring illustration. Gold Eagle, I think, was a valiant effort. Through youth and strength, you both bring grace and honor to friendship, which certainly does endure its battles and suffer its rivalries. Gold Eagle. Son. Gold Eagle. Son! Listen! You may polish your skills of strength as well as your skills of speech. Who here has yet given words in a matter of friendship? Let's hear his brother.
I agree. Friendship can be a mountain stream, a precious cloak, a foot race, even a wrestling match. But I say also that friendship is a shower of precious colors. It comes down, rains down on us softly, and we gaze up to comprehend its likeness. White heron feathers float down with red rose petals, and together they are like a canopy where we put our ideals. Friendship can also unite opposites and bind together those of different backgrounds.
Blue Heron, you remind me that friendship is indeed ideal for life itself. One of the greatest things we have here on earth. Let us make bloom the flower song, dear friends, one by one. Bring the talking drums.
But star in the west has not yet appeared. A voice is missing from our chorus.
And what of painted man? He brings joy to multiply 400-fold.
Have faith, dear friends, that their arrival will be as inevitable and as beautiful as the deep blue blush of morning glory. Dear lords and princes all, I am gathering you here for the last time. I string you together as jewels on a precious necklace. I plant you here as in a garden. One by one, let us allow the birds to form our chorus as we offer up our fine feathers in a shower of speech. I ask your help in pondering these questions. Is our art not rooted in the truth? Is it not the truest way on earth to express the divine spirit? Offer up your answers. Spread now your seeds, your colored crown.
Our beautiful flower songs are divine inspiration, but sometimes they are ruined by our attempt to express them in any earthly tongue. Happen to all of us surely, except our noble host, Stone Creek. With his words, let us rejoice together. Our precious flower song is a golden bird that raises up its flight and flight, its flight in flight, and raises up in flight to break through our dorm foliage and voice the divine. Perhaps you friends know what it is to speak with the immortal. You too have been called to sing at the break of day. Bring forth your best voice. Let your flowers fly high on the wings of song. Ask yourself, what can my heart do? What will remain in my name? At least flowers, at least songs, so that our time is not in vain, so that we will not have blossomed here on earth in vain. We should enjoy life. Let us embrace one another. Now in this precious moment we are walking among the fresh flowers. Let us preserve them with our words. For we do not know what happens in that place after life. Is there joy there? Is there friendship there? Or is it only here that we get to know our faces and our hearts? Ask yourself, what can my heart do? What will remain in my name? At least flowers, at least songs.
We have heard the precious song, the wind and the flute of the noble, blue heron. Now he who answers you, he who responds from the inner essence of the blossoms, from the deep well of their nectar, is Rainstorm of Ayapunka. Where does the divine spirit reside? I look for it, and I am saddened when I cannot find it, though my goal is to enliven it myself. Here, where the dear white petals rain down in the spring, in the house of the red and the black, I wish but to come across it. You who join me here, fragrant flowers yourselves, loosen your voices and beat your drums! Look upon these extravagant paintings, your bodies as they move and breathe. The divine resides everywhere. In the flower bed laid by my hands, in the budding trees that spring erect from talking drums. There is the divine spirit, the plumed serpent, among strewn flowers and feathers. He sings as he shimmers and slithers. Let the drums resound. Let the dance begin. Our hearts ask, whom do we await here? Our song's answer it is the divine spirit, who has come down singing from the heart of the sky. Lords and princes respond, for we have lifted up our flutes.
I, Gold Eagle, am not so sure about flowers. I am not so sure about songs. My flower drum is adorned with sadness and frustration. It is only my doubts that I can offer you. Are we truly real now? Is this for real now, in this garden? Tomorrow, will the songs still be true? Or will they just go with the wind? The flower songs seem just a pastime. Hollow as this drum.
Wise friends, we have come here to sing. But what shall we compose here in this flower garden in the middle of spring, whence come shouts of joy, but also wails of suffering? It is true that there are many kinds of flowers, there are many kinds of songs. Prince Gold Eagle has given voice to his strife. Sometimes we can be consumed with doubt, our bitter lives not with sadness. But with my songs, I will weave a web with quetzal feathers, a web to hold us all in unity. For we all live, and we all walk here in spring delights. There are many kinds of flowers. There are many kinds of songs. There's a wonderful song that I have heard. Song of the one that walks through the springtime, through flowery waters. The one who speaks to the morning star and the rising sun. The firebird, the lustrous bird of the cornfields. Prince Newcorn.
My dear friends, I bid you look upon the precious feathers of the firebird. Let us see who it is who makes laugh our treasured flutes, who makes speak our flowered tambourines. O princes, with your turquoise-encrusted drums, here in the house of flowers, painted and sung. Let us see as this bird warbles and whistles, as he rings his flowery golden bell. The melodious bellbird, Prince Newcorn, opens his wings like a flowery golden fan.
The mushrooms sprouts, the morning glories blossom. They peel back their petals to the divine sky. Friends of the red and black, listen to me. You then, you who would sing the flowers truly, the precious bird of the sky, could it be a gold eagle? The one you were seeking responds to you now. Friends, he responds to you through my voice. How many have been enriched by your songs? It is beyond number. You have brought them joy, the very roses dance, the radiant poinsettias whir. I, who move through all space, I, who speak with any and all. Composers, the cherished, scented flowers have rained down upon the garden. They have made arise the jeweled spirits. They have made arise the butterflies, the hummingbirds.
Flower singers, we have arrived. We have heard the songs throb from your flutes. and we have seen the blooms burst from your drums. We have arrived, and it's time for chocolate.
Ladies, Ain't it nice?
We come from Tulsa, from the river bearing the frothy chocolate of the rainforest. We come from where the flowers dance, these bougainvilleas that bewitch us, these zinnias that make our hearts spin, these blooms that blown in from the lowland, free and flushed on the wind, to scatter themselves here, to shower down upon you their petals, these enchanted orchids of ever-lingering aroma. Whom among you will lie down here in the garden, here in your home, among the red and the black, among the flower and the song? It is I, painted mask, who asks this, inebriated by the heart of the cacao flower. It is I, painted mask, who invite you to make strong your blood with the gift of the gods, chocolate time.
Yes.
Oh, plant your seed and reap your harvest. Lay down among the leaves of the red and the black. Make your mark on the bark paper. Drink the precious libation. Take the rich chocolate deep into your body. Feel it course through your limbs and fingers, pulsing the blood rhythms of the day. Then lend your breath and voice. Lend your trunk and limbs to the song of the fragrant cacao blooming in the moon's breeze. When, dear friends, will you drink this chocolate again? When will you live this moment again? Now is the time to let the vision behind our eyes blossom forth into our mouth, our hands. Now is the time for chocolate.
Yes! Painted mask, you have bloomed in our garden like a circle of mushrooms after a late spring rain.
As a traveling merchant once told me, it's not about arriving first, it's about knowing how to arrive. A toast to Stone Creek, who has planted us here in his garden, under the stars. Eat on Cinco!
To our friends, to the red and the black,
To mushroom!
Eat on Cinco!
To the flower songs.
To women.
To mushroom!
Eat on Cinco!
To beating our drums.
To propriety.
To mushroom!
Eat on Cinco! Has there ever been a sweeter nectar? Will there be chocolate in the time after time? Always chocolate, always flower song.
My heart is a flying flower blossoming forth in melody.
My heart floats high in light in a bath of frothy chocolate.
These two fragrant blossoms free themselves on the slightest breeze.
All these tender blossoms, nourish them with chocolate flower song.
My heart is but one star, shooting into a sky of friendship.
Friendship is our blood. Strengthened, not spilled, felt, not seen.
Just in time.
So he asked me to keep watch for you, and I was worried. I thought you'd never clear the horizon.
It was a long walk for me. Look at me. I'm as old as a cypress and as wrinkled as its bark. I was ready to send my message along the path of the smoke, the path of the incense, because it is a long journey, and the sun burns and the wind bites. But I watched for the sunrise, and I lifted my face and arms to the sky in the honor to be alive. It would not have been right for me to stay cozy by the fire, for there is work to do. Spin, weave, cook, yes, always, but also the work of the red and the black.
Such a long journey it was.
You can see how long was my journey by the wildflowers I picked along the way. Have you ever seen one like this? This little yellow cacao flower does not bloom around here, and it has had me craving chocolate the whole way. May I have a cup?
I'm afraid you've arrived too late. The chocolate must be drunk when it's prepared.
Yes, yes, and the fruit must be eaten when it is ripe. The flowers must be sung when they're in bloom. But not all flowers bloom together. Surely there must be some chocolate left for me to drink.
It is true that Painted Mask brought chocolate, even beyond all the chocolate prepared by the order of Stone Creek. And believe me, it was a fortune.
Did you tell your husband you thought he was spending a fortune in cacao to make his chocolate?
Oh yes, and he defended it, of course. He said, friendship is beyond the measure of cacao.
Tell me, does Stone Creek treat you well?
He treats me as his equal. He says I'm as wise as you. Oh, I doubt it. He can be stubborn.
Let me share with you from my own experience. When faced with stubbornness, when faced with merciless smears of obsidian, you must sing.
Sing into the mirror.
Make your breath cloud near. In this way, you hide the emotion marked on your face, and at the same time, you give your fingers a new surface to mark on.
I see. My songs can transform the stubbornness into new melody.
I'm sure you're already an accomplished singer who knows her audience well.
You may wear the wrinkled bark of cypress, dear elder, but the spark of your wisdom lay among its branches in a manner both alarming and amusing.
Ah, but these sparks need to be tamed with a bit of chocolate. Yours or Painted Mask? Which is the better at making flowers bloom?
Well, Possum's chocolate's exceptionally delicious.
That would be the chocolate of Painted Mask.
My cup.
Share a bit now, won't you?
Is that you, Star in the West? Have you come in time for chocolate?
Perhaps a final sip?
Don't spill it. As good as blood.
My, but you are a precious vessel, Painted Mask, and your chocolate is truly divine.
Let me prepare a room for you to rest. Come with me. Possum, come help me.
First, let me greet the other guests.
You would greet them while they sleep.
My greeting to them will be all the deeper. My greeting to them will be as a dream.
Frothy, chocolate, dream. Sweet vanilla bean on the sea.
I see. You have come too far not to greet each one of these snoozing wildflowers by name. Look on my son here, Gold Eagle. Does he seem content? Has his face changed? Has his heart changed? I hope he has taken in more than just chocolate this afternoon. Dive into their dreams, venerable star in the west, and seek me when you need.
My friends, I am here. you sleeping in the garden? Was I not invited? Did you not await me? Am I to be a dandelion among the roses, a thistle among the zinnias? I, star in the west, have stolen away from the hillside, though it be only to sweeten your dreams with my song. Skirt and blouse have I been called, and skirt and blouse I wear, I am. Spindle and reed have I been called, and spindle and reed I learned, I use. But when I watch the embers, when the embers enchant me, do I let them enchant me? I know that flower song is my voice, my dream. I come to sing a hymn of butterflies. They rise up inside me, and my heart rejoices. I swoop down like a bird of spring. I extend my wings over the earth in the place of the flower drums, and over the earth my song blossoms. I have arisen from among the melodies to repeat the old and to compose the new. With golden threads I lace my precious vessel. With brightly colored marigolds I weave the roof of my home. And for this I rejoice, because the seeds of the divine spirit are as many as the stars. You there, noble host, Stone Creek, adorned with festive necklaces, do you really think we will ever come back to this life? You know the answer all too well. Only once have we come to life. We have come here as tiny flying flowers, resplendent hummingbirds rising to the branches of the great budding tree of life. We hover among the bounteous blossoms that delight us. Their aroma intoxicates our senses. Their nectar sweetens our lips. Let us reciprocate for the divine spirit. Let us paint with flower drums the delight of the talking drums. Oh, but you have already put the drums away. What rhythms, what patterns did you create this evening? Did they carry over the lake beyond the mountain? Were they heard, were they felt by Five Bouquet, by Goyote Prince? You, steadfast blue heron in your resolute repose. Body rainstorm and pompous calling pheasant, who mix like fire and water. Sensuous, generous, painted mask. Young unicorn and young gold eagle, so strong, so swift, already you lords and princes sigh with contentment of honeyed chocolate on your lips. Your limbs entwined like the climbing vines among the painted bouquets of the lowlands. Could it ever be otherwise? Only once have we come to life. Man, woman, painted, dancing trees. Our breath brings flowers that are fruits, that are acts.
You heard them, Stone Creek. Flowers of star in the west. Songs of your guests. You heard them. The drums and the rattles, the flutes and the voices here in your garden. The echoes of our song hang above us. Sparkling jewels to adorn the feathered cloak of the sky. Here in the house of the red and the black. We have sent our songs on high. Feathered flaming arrows to light the way for the divine spirit, the way to your garden of friendship.
You've heard them too, dear friend, the dream of breath and voice. And you have heard them speak, the golden ears of corn replenish our flesh as in springtime, and every springtime we revive. The kernels, old, darkened, and hard, adorn our throats like the teeth of those who sang before us. Gold eagle, young willow, only yesterday is sapling. Learn the remedy to your doubts, though they slide through your ears and behind your eyes is the froth of a chocolate drink. We are truly real right now, here in this garden. Tomorrow our songs may change as one day does from another, but it will still be true. And know the purpose of our flower songs. We learn, we know, we affirm each day anew that what is indeed true are the hearts of our friends.